Find the area of the given polygon. First we have to identify it. And let's see, BC is 3, DC is 3. So it looks like we might have a kite here, but we first need to verify that AD and AB are the same measure. Okay, they're both 4 by 1 for those two triangles, which means AB and AD should have the same measure. So AB squared equals 1 squared plus 4 squared, which is 1 plus 4 times 4, which is 16, 17. So AB squared equals 17, which means AB equals square root of 17. Now for AD squared, it's going to be 4 squared plus 1 squared, which is 16 plus 1 equals 17. So AD squared equals 17. That means AD equals square root of 17. So AB and AD are the same measure, so we definitely have a kite, and we need to use the kite area formula. And the kite area is 1/2 d1 d2. In other words, multiply the diagonals and then divide by 2. So we need to find the measure of the diagonals. Geez, when you draw those diagonals, it really does look like a kite now. Okay, so we need to find the distance of each diagonal. So I'm going to find BD first. And to go from B to D, it was right 3 and up 3, so it's going to be 3 squared plus 3 squared for that right triangle, BCD. And BD is the hypotenuse. So that's going to be equal to 9 plus 9, which is 18. So BD squared equals 18. That means BD equals square root of 18. Now let's look at AC. Down 4 and then right 4. So AC squared is going to equal 4 squared plus 4 squared, which is 16 plus 16, or 32. So AC squared equals 32, and AC equals square root of 32. Okay, now we found both diagonal lengths. Let's find that area. Area is 1/2 d1 d2, and it doesn't really matter which order you put them in. I'm going to put square root of 18 and then square root of 32. And then I'm going to do that on the calculator. So I'm going to use a calculator. 0.5 times square root of 18, right arrow, then times square root of 32, which is 12. And once again, the area worked out to be an integer. I'm going to put square units as my unit of measure. Okay, so let's review the process. By inspection, or by looking at it, we decided that we had 3 and 3 for two sides that were consecutive, and then thought it was going to be a kite. So we used the Pythagorean theorem to find the distance AD and AB. Worked out they were both square root 17, so we do in fact have a kite. And then, so to find the area of the kite, we need to know the diagonal lengths. So we've used the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of each diagonal. And it turned out BD, the shorter diagonal, was radical 18, or square root 18. And then AC, the longer diagonal, was square root 32. And then so we multiply all those together, 1/2 times square root 18 times square root 32, and found an area of 12 square units for our kite. It's kind of a long process. You just take your time, try to be careful, and just find each distance very carefully as you work through.